Hey guys, welcome back to Purgatory.
Purgatory.
And when I said that the last video situation must have been made for my channel, I clearly didn't know what the second video was going to be about. I am literally filming this video the day before the original video is going to be coming out because they decided to release all this information the day that I was originally going to release the video. I can't do this. They decide to never upload any information on the show until the day I'm about to. I get it. As I've just said, they've released new information on season 3 of The Witcher, and oh boy, is it information. Anya, the actress of Yennefer, has come out and said she puts a lot of time and energy and effort into making it up to them at the beginning of season 3. That quite quickly and quite organically evolves into a real family dynamic. But girl, I know that we're not being serious. Also, quickly and organically.
Huh?
Quickly and organically. One, how does that make sense? Two, you tried to sacrifice his child. Lauren Hisrich, the showrunner, even talked about it, unfortunately. Lauren Hisrich says she's received a lot of feedback about Yennefer's acts in season 2. How could you do that to these characters? They'll never be able to forgive her. Well, that just becomes a story problem for us. Lauren teases romantic reconnections between the two at... Dude, did you literally just say that her sacrificing her romantic interest's child, who is supposed to be her child essentially later on, is a story problem?
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy.
When this was never an original story and you entirely created this. This was not in the books or anything. You created this. In the last video, I roasted their choice for putting Yennefer in the same dress that she was wearing in season 1 when her and Geralt first met. And surprisingly, it actually seemed to be intentional. Anya Shalatra on Yennefer putting on the dress Geralt first saw her in for... She wouldn't have put that on for no reason. That's enough of a hint. So for the celebration, she dressed up in the same dress that they met in to, give, hints towards Geralt being like, hey, I'm still interested. I don't... Why? Is just the question I have. It's just why? Why that? Why are we repeating outfits? And why are we expecting Geralt to understand what she's putting down by wearing the same dress? Bro could literally just be like, oh, she's just in the same dress because she didn't have another dress. And they've actually given us more information on the relationship between Geralt and Yennefer for season 3. The Dear Friend letter will be used to mend the relationship. Geralt and Yennefer's relationship status will be a mini arc in the earliest seasons of The Witcher season 3. As far as we know, it will start by Geralt entirely refusing to talk to Yennefer, which prompts her to pass written notes to him calling him friend. Throughout this mini arc that spans either 1 or 2 first episodes, Geralt will slowly be warming up to Yennefer with various little moments helping him trust the sorceress more and more. At one point, he starts talking to Yen again. We'll also note that our trio attends the festival, so that should help things as well. The first episode is also called, and we can surely expect our trio visiting the ancient elven ruins. At the culmination of this mini arc, Geralt gives a full letter to Yennefer, a reply to her dear friend notes. In it, he writes Yen that he can now entrust her with taking care of Ciri without the fear of betrayal. After that, they part ways with Yennefer taking Ciri to Aretuza. As noted above, all this will take place in either 1 or 2 first episodes of season 3, so the relationship between Geralt and Yennefer will be at least partly patched as early as possible. In subsequent episodes, Ciri will be with Yennefer, so that will be their time to bond before the events of Thanedd in episode 6 of season 3. The thing is, you took a character who has never done these things. This has never happened in the books that you say that you're basing the show off of. And it's completely fine to change things up for an adaptation. I 100% understand that. But to butcher a character by making decisions that they wouldn't or shouldn't makes no sense, especially if you want them to like that character. You said that you wanted to focus on the family dynamics in this season, the dynamic of a father, daughter, and mother relationship. So in the first season, you set up Geralt not wanting to be a father, but grudgingly accepting it because he realizes he has to step up. And Yennefer realizing that she wants her fertility back and being able to have a child, for not good reasons. And then in season 2, you set up Geralt stepping in fully into that father role, showing his care and his love and his dedication, his protection over his newfound daughter. That he learns to be a father, and then at the end accepts her as his own. And then in the same season, have Yennefer, the mother figure, betray both Geralt, the father figure, and Ciri, the daughter, by deciding to sacrifice her for getting her magic back. Okay, yeah. And then having her ultimately decide not to sacrifice her, just because she didn't realize how powerful Ciri was, and that she just didn't know what she meant to Geralt, so she won't sacrifice her now. How do you mend a relationship quickly when you have fully betrayed these two people by trying to sacrifice her And then his daughter. I get that they tried to have a whole redemption arc at the end where she sacrifices her life for Ceres, but it kind of meant absolutely nothing. She was miserable without her magic. So her sacrificing her life for Ceres when she's already miserable for not having magic and thinks that she has no more reason to live anyways doesn't mean anything. It would have meant something if her and Ceres had bonded a little bit more, Yennefer got her magic back, and then decided to sacrifice her life for Ceres. Because now she has a reason to live again. Because now she has her magic back. The one reason she thinks that she should live, and then decides to give her life for Ceres anyways because she cares for Ceres. If you're gonna go down that awful storyline, you could have at least done that. But they didn't even do that. How are you expecting their relationship to not only mend, but mend quickly and organically? Girl, you are a mess. And as someone said, how could you do that to these characters? They'll never be able to forgive her. How could your response then be, well, that just becomes a story problem for us? Bro! Obviously it's going to be a story problem. That's how shows work. But that's a great question. Why would you do that to these characters when they never did that to begin with? And they wouldn't because it would hinder their relationship. How are you going to have Yennefer the entirety of season 1 talk about how she wants to be a mother so bad, and then in season 2 have her sacrifice a child? Goodbye. And a child that's supposed to be hers eventually? You have lost it. Does he really care for Ciri that much if he's willing to forgive her that quickly? I get that she lost her magic, and that's why she tried to do it, and her magic means everything to her, but she still tried to do it to your daughter, and you're just gonna be like, well, like, I like you, though, and I know that you were gonna kill her for decent reasons. But moving on to some things that are just a little bit less crazy, but not by much. We've also got some other new information, such as I'm sure that you've heard of the writer's strike going on where writers are striking. So if you care about something like The Witcher, you might have been wondering, just like I was, how this is going to affect The Witcher. But apparently most of season 4 has already been written, which I assumed was going to be the case. The Writers Guild of America is on strike as of May 1st, 2023. One of its new aspects is there can be no writing of any kind for the duration of the strike. Not on new projects, not on projects in production. Back in September 2022, we reported that Netflix had the intention to produce season 4 and season 5 of The Witcher back-to-back. The initial plan was to spend the majority of 2023 writing season 4 and season 5. Season 4 is already mostly written, with both seasons already outlined. But work cannot continue to finish season 4 and start on season 5 until the strike ends. If the writer's strike is long and so far parties don't seem remotely close to any agreement, Netflix will have to abandon its plan to produce both seasons back-to-back and do it the usual way. So Witcher content will most likely slow very, very much. And unfortunately, with how many people are, like, striking out watching the show because of Henry, they're most likely going to lose the absolute majority of their audience. I don't personally really feel any kind of way about this because I'm not connected to the show anymore like I was with season 1. You should have seen me with season 1. I have a few, like, videos on my channel where I talk about the show in season 1, and I was a little bit cuckoo crazy. Not in, like, a bad way, but I was just really into it, and I was really into the fandom, so season 2 didn't exactly please me. And to be honest, I rank about a 1 out of 5 for excitement when it comes to season 3. Aww. Yeah. Which just really sucks because I was really into this. This meant everything to me. This show meant so much to me. And it became like hyperfixation for a while. And if you know anything about hyperfixations, they're very intense. But with so many poor decisions, not including Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher because that was a good decision, I just lost my love for the show, and lost just about any and all interest. The only reason I still have like 1 interest out of 5 is because I'm already in the fandom, and I might as well see how it goes, but it's not going to be like season 2. Because when it came to season 2, I was on the couch ready at midnight, ready to watch that show. And the show was already on iffy ground with everything that's happening, especially with Henry leaving, unfortunately. So then once you decide to take the show in a direction that no one seems to like for a multitude of reasons, some valid and some not, then you're already on, like, nervous ground. You don't know what's going to happen. So then when something big, like a writer's strike, happens, you're kind of just fucked. People are just going to completely lose interest, and then no one's going to watch, and you've just lost so much of your audience for things that could have been avoided. Not including the writer's strike, which could have been avoided, but that's not what I'm talking about. Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious, I am 100% for the writer's strike, but that's not. And unfortunately, we also have other nonsense going on, and I wonder what it could be about. I have no idea. Because it certainly couldn't be about racism. Why would it be about that? Oh wait, this is the Witcher fandom. Anya Shalatra. We get a lot more magic this season, and I was excited for that because I don't think we've seen enough of it. Which I personally agree with. I love the magic in this show. In season 1, actually. We didn't get a lot in season 2, but I still didn't like what we got in season 2. Also the movements of magic which have evolved for Yennefer. We put a lot of Indian dance and movements into this because we wanted to be specific and for magic to be more placed. They didn't say that the show is now completely 100% Indian. This is going to be a Bollywood movie. They just said they incorporated more Indian movements into the magic to just get it to feel more magic-y, I guess. And in case you didn't know, Anya herself is Indian, so they just want to include a little piece of her. You probably wouldn't be even able to tell if she hadn't told you. However, of course, we can not have anything that has to do with people of color here. Why would we? The only argument that I understand in this situation is that this is supposed to be Slavic and this is supposed to be Polish. And they have just completely erased all of that and now are adding in new things. I understand that argument, and I actually agree. But to use that as an excuse to be racist, you can literally leave. Oh my god, I can see it. Geralt, Yen, and Ciri. But, oh my god, genuine shocker. Are other intelligent people like that? She's talking about hand gestures and movements used in Indian classical dance forms, which look very mystical. She's not talking about these Bollywood dance numbers. Obviously. Obviously, that's why I made a racist joke. Girl. They just keep adding to the list of reasons why Henry left, don't they? Because they took inspiration from Indian dance forms for magic? You think that's why Henry left? Okay. A few years ago, I'd be fuming with the quote-unquote Indian dancing thing, but I'm just done. You'd be fuming? Why? Why would you be fuming? Now you're just done? I realize there's no point in arguing and explaining why this is racist, because they don't care. They just, they'll care enough that they don't want to be called racist, but not enough to stop being it. Yes, absolutely, Indian dance is something we want to see in a Slavic story. I just want to know how many times these people pointing this out have actually gotten upset because it didn't have Slavic stuff in it. That doesn't have to do with race. If you're only pointing out and getting upset about the lack of Slavic and Polish culture in this, when it comes to people of color in any way, shape, or form, then I hate to break it to you, you don't actually care about the culture and the mythology. You just care about being racist. Shocker! Oh, absolute shocker. Who would have seen this coming? This is just plain stupid. It is a Polish series that is made with Eastern European fantasy. Now we will include Indian dances? What the fuck? First off, I just want to state that I'm very sorry that you were never taught reading comprehension. As they literally said, we put a lot of Indian dance and movements into the movements for magic because we wanted to be specific and for magic to be more placed. They took inspiration from Indian movements to incorporate into magic to make it look more mystic and more fantasy-esque. You wouldn't even know that they took inspiration from it if she hadn't said, I promise. But then you have to pull the whole Eastern European thing. This is exactly what I was talking about. Literally revealing why everyone cares about it being a Polish series. Because I know that you wouldn't have cared otherwise if it didn't have people of color in it. If everyone was white, I so very much doubt you would have brought up it lacking Polish culture and mythology. I genuinely don't understand how you wouldn't be able to see this as racist. I think it's because you just seclude yourself in your own little white bubble, that you are never exposed to anything that's not white. So then once you see it, it feels so wrong and so different and so, oh, no, we can't have this. Literally, just step out of your bubble. Literally just step out of your bubble and start caring about humans. And so, very unfortunately, we also got this. Anya Shalatra on Henry Cavill's departure from The Witcher. The news was, yeah, it's hard to take because he's a crucial part of the show and we all adore him. So we're gonna miss him a lot. I wish him all the best. And Joey also said something similar quite a while back. And it's just so disappointing. Seeing people support just an awful person, it will always be sad when you like these people. Because they're just loved, because they're lovable people. And they're new. They're new actors, and they just seem so good. You know what I mean? So to see them support someone just so ugh, like I went over in the first video. It's just so disappointing. It's so disappointing because I'm sorry, but if you support someone like that, then you're gonna lose me. And I'm not saying that anyone should care. I'm saying that I'm not the only one that's gonna care about that. Sure, she might just be saying it because it's expected of her to say. I don't know. I really don't care. Because you're still saying it. So I don't care. Because I'm wearing the same shirt, does that make you think that I'm filming this in the same day? Because I hope so. I believe this news actually came out in 2022. However, this has to do with season 3, so this counts as new information. Or maybe not new information. It counts as information. Joey Beatty was asked to tease something about the upcoming 3rd season of The Witcher, and he did. There's a lot more to do on season 3. There's perhaps a little bit of romance. Jaskier's passion for romance has been pushed to the side on the Witcher series so far, with a few smaller scenes here and there in the 1st season. Now it seems that aspect of the bard may make a return. It's not clear who are the people Jaskier will have a romance with, but we do know that The Witcher was going to introduce Countess de Stael in season 2 before that was scrapped and rewritten during the COVID lockdown. Perhaps one of them will be de Stael, who in the books was Jaskier's original muse when he was only in his late teens. Jaskier's next major romance was with Duchess Anna Henrietta of Toussaint, but season 3 would be too early for her to appear. We also know that in an audition tape, Prince Radovid tried to flirt with Jaskier. Whether that scene remains in the final cut, we'll have to wait and see. Plus, the scene never indicated whether Radovid's advances would be reciprocated or not. Beatty also teased that season 3 will feature some of the best parts of the books. We know that many of the season 3 events will be inspired by the events described in Time of Contempt. By the time we get to season 3, we're really delving into, for me, some of the best bits of the books. And I think fans of the books will know what's coming, and I hope they know that it's been realized in such an incredibly epic and mad, magical way. I mean, there's not really much to say on this, other than it absolutely would not surprise me if they decided not to include that. I can't exactly say they've done fantastic with the representation, or at least Lauren Hissrich, because Blood Origin was pretty good. But yeah, I do not expect them to keep it in, but I will be on the lookout. I will be waiting. You leaked it, you teased it, and now I'm waiting. I mean, there's been a lot of talk, there are a lot of theories that Jaskier is not straight, he's bisexual or pansexual, or whatever you want to call it. And in my opinion, I think it would make sense. And also, in this world, Jaskier isn't as much of a player as Dandelion is, and he's more of a lover, as Joey Beatty said. Which was just an add-on to what I was saying. I don't think that has anything to do with my original point. But I think it makes sense. And it just does make sense. It does make sense. However, I do not expect them to keep it in. And if they do, I fully expect Jaskier to be all awkward and be like, oh, no, that's not. I don't swing that way. Sorry. So I can't be disappointed because I expect nothing. But we did get some amazing news that at least the part of the Witcher fandom that I'm in has been waiting for a long time. It has been confirmed that Sir Valdo Marx will be in season 3. We've learned that Nathan Armeque-Laria is playing the bard Valdo Marx, the troubadour of Sidaris in The Witcher season 3. He'll appear in either episode 3 or 4 of the upcoming season. Regarding season 3, if you recall back in the distant year of 2021, there was an old audition tape of Prince Radovid of Redania in which he is flirting with Jaskier and mentions the bard Valdo Marx. If you came to Redania, you could be our royal troubadour. Boudoir. I hate my life. Otherwise, we might have you listen to that reedy voice of Valdo Marx. Just think about it, would you? As far as we know, the scene did indeed make the cut, and we'll see it in early season 3. As to how Valdo himself is involved and where we will see him in season 3, your guess is as good as ours. That said, we still hope for some kind of a bard-off. Broski, Broskettes, Bros, Theys. Oh, that was bad. If we get a bard-off between Valdo and Jaskier, I will lose my freaking mind. I will literally not even be here anymore. Mind? What is a mind? I don't have a brain anymore. It's gone. I lost it and it's gone forever. If we get Sir Valdo Marx and Sir Jaskier. I'm gonna call him Jaskier the Flower in my head. If we get a bard off between the two, I will be at my happiest state in life. Just kidding. It'll probably be bad. I think it could be interesting, and this is just me spouting garbage. If they made it so, like, he doesn't like Valdo because they're, like, ex-lovers or something. But Valdo's a piece of garbage, and he's a bad ex. We don't like him. But they're not going to do that. So that was just me spouting nonsense. If you have indeed been fortunate enough to not know what I'm about to tell you, I'm going to give you a clap. Can we please, round of applause, give an award to whoever has not seen this yet, because you're about to see it now, and you're going to hate your life. They've come out with season 3 merch for The Witcher. Need I say more? And apparently they accidentally revealed a minor spoiler with the merch. I don't really think it counts too much as a spoiler considering season 1 and 2, but I guess it could be counted I don't think it can, but I'll leave you to decide. In the merch, they have the good guys and the bad guys, and with the bad guys, they have Emperor Emir, Fringilla, Kahir, and Vilgefortz. It's not a surprise given what we know from the books, but it is odd they chose to reveal Vilgefortz's allegiance in this way. Perhaps this was a mistake and we shouldn't have seen this yet, nevertheless we did. But I don't get that. In season 1 and 2, was he not shown to be, like, going bad or whatever you want to call it? Whatever, maybe I've lost my mind. But shall we look at the merch? Should we do that? Maybe I should start screen recording. Should we look at the merch? Should we do it? Should we do it? Oh, okay. This is Geralt. This world doesn't need a hero. It needs a butcher. Oh my god. That's so mean. It's like, I don't understand because, like, I feel like we were, like, led to believe that, like, butcher's the worst thing you could call Geralt. That it hurts him deeply. That's awful. And then in season 2, they have Jaskier make a song about just the worst song you could ever make. It literally made me, like, rethink their friendship in every way, shape, and form. And then on the merch, it doesn't need a hero. It needs a butcher. Bro, if you don't calm down, I hate it. And we have Miss Yennefer. I have officially given up on her clothing. I don't know who the fashion designer is. I believe people have been talking about her on Twitter, but I don't. Just look at this. What is this? Is she going to church? Is she going to church? Is she talking with God? Destiny brought you to me. This is the worst merch I've ever seen in my life. I don't care. Why does it look like spray painted? And look at this. This is not. What made you think this was the right style for The Witcher? Like, I'm thinking like Spider-Man or something like New York, or like, you know what I mean? Or even just something based in the real world. I don't know, I hate it. We have Misserilla, the Elder Blood Princess. That's what you chose to put on the shirt? That's what, oh my fucking god. The blue and pink are interesting choices. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really think like blue and pink are her colors. Maybe blue. I don't understand the pink. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I hate it. I don't like anything about this. Anything. In context of The Witcher specifically. And then Yennefer's purples are weird. Why does she have a red background? I'm really not liking this. Why is she so black and white? Like, so black and white. I can't even see her face. Also putting the woman of color in black and white. I won't say anything. I do have to admit, I love that they put Geralt's name in pink. Because I think he needs to be a little bit more, I don't want to use this word, but this is the only word that will get it across. Baby girlified. You know what I mean? He looks like trash. Sorry. I would never wear this. Even if it was given to me, I'd never wear it. I'd give it to Goodwill. I would never wear this either. It genuinely looks awful. I hate the background. I don't think the red goes with any of this. This I have less complaints about, but like, it just doesn't look good in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe like blue and yellow, maybe? And I don't even like yellow. I just feel like maybe that would work with her. And then we have Jaskier. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, what if we canceled The Witcher? Why are these the colors we chose? For Jaskier the Bard, you would have never done this with Season 2 Jask. And this is why I don't like the turn that we've had with Jaskier in Season 2. Because, who is this man? That makes sense in the way that he's supposed to be a rock star, so they made like a rock... Okay, I see that, and I like that. But compared to everyone else's posters, where we have... Okay, so this is trash. The Elder Blood Princess. It's still trash, but you know what I mean. And then we have... What the fuck? Destiny brought you to me. Awful. So bad, but you get it. And then I'm not going to repeat that. Actually, that was awful. That was... Why would you ever... Anyway. And then we have #1 fan, Jaskier fan club. Ooh, it's just the way you did it. If you would have made it look like a concert tee, that would have been hilarious. I'm sorry, this looks like bad fan art. Like, specifically bad, because I love fan art. I just don't know what you were thinking. Also, I'm sorry, but he doesn't look good. Jaskier does not look good. Why does he look like that? Whatever. I see that they put the signs, the Witcher signs here. They gave Yennefer her little mark. They gave Ciri her Witcher medallion and her sparrow. It's not a sparrow, is it? Sparrow? Maybe I'm crazy. And then they gave Jaskier his lute. And some hearts with an arrow in it. Some music notes. What is this going on here? I don't know what this is behind him. But I hate it. Anyways, and here we have the baddies. We have Kahir, Vilgefortz, Fringilla, and Emir. All hail the... I'm not saying that. Why did that feel so Nazi-ish once I started saying that? Probably because it is. It's a white flame nonsense. Fringilla is both looking good and strange at the same time. It's like her hair looks good, and it also doesn't. I think it might be the angle. But, like, I don't understand this choice. Okay, now I'm looking at it closer. I can't see it too much. I think it's just the angle. Because I think up close she would look really good. And there's really not much to say here. This is so bland. I don't like it, but it's the least offensive. But yeah, that's what we got. And I will never, ever even get this for free. Spend money on it. You are out of your mind. You are out of your mind. Is that the police? Is that the police? I've seen so much better fan art than this official. I can't believe it's official. I won't say it. I shan't say it. I shan't. Did I? Oh my god. Did you guys see those Yennefer flip-flops? Oh, those are words I just said. Let me look this up. Let me look this up. Please. I'm gonna throw up. I think it was just a joke. I'm praying. I'm begging it's just a joke, but it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't find it on the internet, but it's on my phone, so I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, I do not expect them to show us anything queer related until it comes to Siri, and then I'm not looking forward to that. I don't want to see it. I wish they would just ignore that almost. Even though that would be bad, I wish that they would just ignore it. I don't want to see it. I'm so scared. I'm like genuinely, I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm sure they will either leave out the MLM flirting or yes, you're like, I'm not interested. I don't swing that way. I love women. Which like same. But that's not the point. And I do look forward to seeing Valdo actually, which is funny because my @ on a certain social media is Kill Valdo Marks, but anyways. And the merch looks disgusting. I can't speak on this anymore. But going on to our last piece of information, ending it on a good note. We have gotten a new picture of Miss Yennefer herself. No actual way. Okay, see here, I'm seeing the vision for the shirt. See here, I get it. I see it and I get it. I see what you wanted, what you were going for, and I wholeheartedly support, but you executed it wrong. I see where you're going, and I like it. It looks almost good. If it didn't look like it was made at H&M. But like actually, like seriously, dude, look how good she's looking. Oh my god. The shirt like actually looks good. It's just like this that's messing me up right here. The neckline, the scrunchie, that's what's giving H&M, Forever 21, Urban Outfitters. But the print on the shirt and the color, because, you know, we gotta have Yennefer wearing purple. Like, it actually genuinely looks good. And the jewelry, the necklace, oh, the belt, oh, yeah, it looks good. And with the skirt or whatever she's wearing, it looks good, honey. It looks good. She is stunning on all of us. And we've got Geralt here in the background, and what is he doing? He's looking at my wife. He's looking at my wife. So they're at those ruins that they mentioned previously. She's looking amazing. He's looking at her. He's doing a little something over here. I don't know what. He's looking okay. He's looking good. Why? I thought that was a pocket, and I was like, that's the largest pocket I've ever seen. Gotta be honest, Geralt just looks like he's in season 1. Like, he just look like, I know that desperate times call for desperate measures, but come on, Yen. Shein? Or H&M, Yennefer was known for loving luxurious attires. Okay, see, that's what I was saying in my last video. Yenna would never do this. She would never wear that shirt and then be an outfit repeater. There's nothing wrong with being an outfit repeater, but Yenna was not one. Except for one specific outfit. If the character needs to look unattractive for plot reasons, that's one thing. But I feel like I would literally go to Walmart and buy that shirt. Because some people were saying that they need to be, like, undercover or are trying to, like, lay low. That doesn't mean you gotta dress like that. I'm just saying. Yeah. Looking at this next to that photo, it doesn't feel great. But, like, looking at the face, like, they actually, like, got a good actress. You should have done my girl, Anya, justice and put her in this outfit. We have to be getting the outfit at least once. Even though it's based on the books, you gotta do it, right? Anyways, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I cannot believe you had the audacity to release all this the day that I was going to put up my video. This is disgusting behavior. Basically, I and just about everyone else is not excited for anything Witcher anymore. And it seems like the Witcher production is definitely going to be slowing down after season 3. And with how the fandom already is, it's... Yeah. Honestly, if you got this far that you're hearing this, I am so sorry. I genuinely am so sorry. But I mean, you did come to the channel where all we do is go through pain and suffering. So, I mean, it's kind of your own fault. All we do is suffer. So, this episode was actually perfect. But to make it up to you, I will give you this piece of advice that will help you get through life in general. You cannot trust any, but you cannot trust one, half, quarter, or any of them. You cannot trust a single one because you just can't. If you take this information and apply it to your life, you will succeed. I promise. That is a guarantee. This video truly was a tragedy. I am truly sorry for putting you through this, so I will indeed go now. I will not see you, but you will see me next time, of course. You really thought you were going to be able to escape the entire outro. You better be a good person and not a bad one. You thought that you were going to get away with it. You thought that I wouldn't say. I did say it. So be a good person and not a bad one. And then I won't see you, but you'll see me next time. Do you understand? And we got barrels. Today I regret being able to read.